Welcome to this very brief return to form back on sunny Junka 5.
Hold on, I will press play. Are you ready to do that again? There you go.
Okay. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, Xenos and heretics. Kept you waiting, huh? Welcome to this very special episode where we return to the sunny coasts of the Junka 5 swamps. Turn to our intrepid hero, the one and the only, Doc. Finally, following up this little aspect we promised to get back to, and thus here we are. Ritualist? Would you like to,
Hello,
inform-
everybody. Nice to have you here. Some of you who maybe watched Junka 5 episodes about a year ago now, was it?
And the rest?
Yeah, I might remember that we also had the commander class that were ridiculously overpowered, and Doc was one of them. So, for funsies, Doc is dedicated to giving drugs to the Eldar who are stranded on the planet. As a part of 10 years peace treaty, let's call it like that. Then you have the orcs and the pyramids and the chaos and the more orcs and everything. We don't really want to also have the other problem. So we are going to have talk about here. My phone decided to call me now. 4 possible gaming nights.
Oh, Sub's lore is very strong.
Yeah.
You okay? You're in Brit, or is someone just wildly firing a PKM into the sky again?
I believe he mentioned that there's someone shooting a machine gun outside.
Oh yeah, it's Serbian elections night, so that's that as well.
Voting with gun barrels. I can support that.
It's anywhere to be. In any case, so intrepid little doctor goes out into the jungle as one does, and touches down in a clearing via his gravity chute. Sitting down in the preordained location for his little meet and greet. As suddenly the underbrush and the trees begin speaking Eldari. This is where we left off, and this is where we shall begin. Doc, if you would place yourself down, or shall I? Yep, okay.
I will gladly place myself.
Place yourself as you wish.
For fuck's sake. Oh. It's like I yeeted myself out of the fucking world. I did not want to push the home button to go to the other website.
It's okay,
A crash landing, you might say.
don't worry. This is game music, so we won't get in shit if we're not talking over it.
Yep. It's meant to be in the background.
Oh,
What?
there's two of you for a hot second there.
You know, when you say to Eldar meeting is at 12 a.m. sharp, you arrive at 11:59, and in 12 they just all appear, as expected.
Indeed.
There you go.
Elves
I-
always
I
arrive
think,
precisely
I-
when required.
Well, I like to be here as well at the precise time. I take a look at them. How many of them are less than the last time?
They've lost a few. Specifically, you notice that the one toting around the fusion lance that was there last time is missing.
Is fusion lance like heavy weapon?
No, a fusion lance is a fire dragon weapon. It's an anti-tank weapon.
Oh. Yeah.
You're timely, if nothing else, Monkai, but I'm afraid we have a problem on our hands.
Do tell. What issues you this week? Is it the mosquitoes? I told you to keep the radio on.
Don't worry, we have. With the greatest hits of Motorhead, unfortunately, it's driven a couple of our number away from the camp, but there's no helping people who are suicidal. The real problem is up ahead, I'm afraid. Thus, why we've ordained to have our little meeting here. We're en route, as it happens.
Oh dear.
Wondering if you'd be willing to lend a hand or perhaps organise something, because I'm afraid this is something of a shared matter.
But of course, I'll just throw these heavy crates as I give it to the red hat tot. Like, the weekly supply and a bit extra in case I have issues arriving.
Excellent. It's always good to have everything double checked. She will place down the briefcase, and it seems to kind of skitter off into the undergrowth by itself. Would you like to make an awareness test?
Let me just. Is awareness again? Intelligent perception, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It should be on your sheet. And
Modifier 0. It's just a flat.
Oof.
how do you not? Hang on.
You probably have awareness. It's like
Say,
top
it should be on your sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, he doesn't have it trained.
Oh shit.
So that's perception. Do we have awareness?
You don't have it trained.
I
goddamn.
wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just.
You don't know why the briefcase is able to skitter off by itself, but somehow it is. It's a little bit disquieting.
It's all they didn't have trained to do it like that.
She will wander up, and she will hand you a piece of cloth.
I take a good look and a sniff.
It
and
is the front part of a commissar's cap. The rear of it has been ripped out.
Oh my.
The badge has been ripped off. Now, you notice that this is not your common commissar's cap. Do you have any knowledge of wider Imperium matters?
I have Imperial Creed and Imperial Common. Let's see.
I would say go Imperial Creed. Could you roll that for me, please?
Also, no modifiers, I'm just completely.
No, you're right. Excellent. Okay. You know precisely what that is. That is an inquisitorial rosette.
Oh, mercifully. Floating rates of primitive.
What's more important is what happened to it. The rosette has been scraped, completely free of enamel, and scrawled over the top is a crude rendition of a Gretchen's face.
Oh shit. Does it have a star drawn on it?
Yes.
Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. Yes, I think this qualifies as a common problem very much.
I say we nip it in the bud. We have someone who we feel can help us with this matter. Unfortunately, we'll need your help negotiating with him. He won't speak to us.
another help.
He wouldn't speak to us if the world ended and started all over again. And he'd happily let the rest of this place burn if it meant he could roll over the ashes somewhat. But you, I feel, if you can negotiate with us, as a lowly one, Kai, I believe you can manage this. Help us with this. You may name your price.
Don't worry, I'll be a very modest man. But who is the fellow you talk about? One of your other kin, or?
Him we will get to. He is one of yours.
Even worse.
Important thing is we need to reconnoiter the location first.
I will.
You see,
pull out I will pull out a map and maybe the general area.
well, after you. There's a rumbling in the soil, and You notice that one of the... You notice scattered around the clearing there are a number of Eldar jet bikes. I've been looking around. And some of them have got significant bullet holes in the chassis.
Daka. They seem like it.
I fear it's worse than we thought, however. You see, normally when we have a common orc infestation, the local flora and fauna will deal with it. However, this is the result of a breakaway faction. Are you familiar with the GRC?
The Gretchen Republican Committee. Revolutionary Committee.
Indeed.
I have heard it from my fellow Elysians.
You can have this. Well, reconnoiter on the far side. Unfortunately, we have to go around their camp to get to our location we need to reach. We have an inside man who can help us. But we need to reach him. He'll be on the far side of their enclave.
There's no local I can roll to say, like, yes, you can take, like, the old pipeline route.
Yes, you can roll me either knowledge, common law, or you can roll me navigate to surface.
This is operate surface. See, just give me a second. Intelligence, not so much. Doge. Let's see, navigate surface.
Oh shit.
Is this like complete shit?
You have never been. All you do know is that there is a marsh titan that lives in that area that you usually avoid as like the plague.
How about if I used my knowledge of aeronautica to try to scout the sky?
You could.
Safe passage.
I'll allow it. Roll away. Pretty close. And with the bonus from her helping you, you can plot a fairly decent course all the way through. But it will get you within, most importantly, it will get you within scouting distance of this little outpost. The question is, are you willing to risk the reconnaissance before we meet with our colleague?
Yes, I will definitely try. If there is any brave soul among you, I will gladly accept them alongside me. As instead, my friends, you have better eyesight than...
Any volunteers?
Just be like a big smile.
If it will help the eternal nagging of those Gretchen to stop bothering my mind, I shall help them on Kai.
Excellent. Well volunteered. Unfortunately, we have something of a shortage of equipment. These disgusting creatures came to our attention, looting one of our bikes from our compound. So unfortunately, we shall have to make use of the local wildlife somewhat. Or simply on foot like yourself. You know what that means, boys? Up and about. Warp spiders, you're on scouting duty. At which point the warp spider amongst them will go, oof, speaking of you. A little crackle. That's his egress.
That always gives me the chills.
You know, you never get used to it. Don't worry, Monka. Let's get this disgusting little operation underway.
I would just like check my clips, check my sword, put on my big boy helmet.
The sooner the better. And sooner the better those annoying creatures keep screaming into the void. And I can hear it.
There's another rumble that shakes the forest. You can see the bird take flight.
Oh dear lads, we better get you up. Something's a coming.
Okay. Would you roll me a stealth check, please?
Stealth. Where the fuck is the stealth?
Or any other
yes.
appropriate skills you may have.
Well, agility, I don't know.
I will use the invisibility psychic power.
Excellent. Please roll as appropriate. If applicable.
Let's see. Considering bonuses I have. Yeah, okay.
Ah, finally found her. Lamps. What the fuck is it, the chat where the lamps are?
That is quite the success.
Yes. Well, that's just for succeeding the power. I just needed to do that so that I can roll stealth without a penalty. Which I believe gets
Is that just yourself, or does that extend?
that would be just myself for now.
Okay.
Invisibility cannot be used on multiple targets for some reason.
See, that would be like a
Just grab a few leaves and some mud and splash it on my armor. Give myself just a bit extra.
no, okay.
Openness.
Plus
Expected
one.
delivery, not sneaking.
What's the same amount of degrees of success anyway?
Oh, that's almost precise. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a question: will you be trying to make a reconnaissance from a point of vantage, or will you be trying to make front-facing reconnaissance, so looking at entrances and exits?
How well can you climb, my friend?
The trees around here are colossal. In some places, they actually scrape the upper atmosphere. That is out of just sheer titanic scale of the things. Though most of the ones that tall are closer to bamboo in construction. They just kind of flex.
I suggest
To help.
a light walk on the foot. When you get close, you'll climb the tree. You should not expect us there.
Making your way deeper into the jungles. Places where the trees are so thick, you would need in places you'd need a melter charge to get anything larger than a human through. Were it not for your trusty grav shade. And a little bit of extra oomph there it shouldn't really have, but hey, what the AdMech doesn't know won't know. It won't really hurt them, will it?
Mm-hmm.
But that said, as you make your way through, you lead into a massive valley in amongst the trees. It's as if it almost appears to be like a meteor impact crater. And this is your view from above. It'll take a while to be brought in, unfortunately.
Oh boy, it's a big compound.
It appears to be the ruins of an old human civilization. A bit crude. Primarily just crude tin shacks and a couple of tarpaulin tents rather than actual built structures with concrete foundations. But all around are these numerous burning pyres. Do you have any kind of binoculars or similar?
Just checking. I think standard regimental kit has that.
I believe so.
What's the bonus for the binoculars?
Could you roll me an awareness test, please?
Awareness. Okay, this is just awareness without anything.
Yeah, and that applies to our Eldar allies as well.
Mm-hmm.
and you may make this at +20.
Okay.
that's
I
a
rolled that
mild
without cutting,
success.
so add 20 to that.
Okay. You notice
That's-
dotted around all these sites, there are these enormous red banners that have a wrench and what appears to be a crude chopper symbol upon them. And amongst all these, on the pyres are these, they're almost ornate arrangements of iron spikes on which are impaled dozens upon dozens of orc skulls.
Ah,
Oh dear, I smell cabinet.
There is a massive perimeter barrier set up around each of these settlements. It's little more than tin sheets and wooden boards, felled trees here and there. And a couple of them are simply layers of shale that have been wrenched up from the stone around here and propped up against old trees. And all over them is crude drawings of everything from Gretchen slaughtering orcs en masse, firing squads, executing people lined up against walls, humans being tortured or imprisoned, and some very unwelcome things about your howling banshee ally.
Oh dear.
how disgustingly quickly these revolutionaries fall to the depths of the dark Drukhari.
I say to my friend,
And in the middle
everybody guys can recognize demons of this revolution, except for the
of
orcs.
the highest position, between two burning pyres, is a makeshift throne. Titanic thing with ornate black stonework. It's far too fine quality to be the work of common Gretchen unless they were pushed to their utmost. And you see a figure that towers over the other creatures here. Just casually walks around them. I mean, they scarcely come up to his shin.
I take a zoom at it. Do I get a better look? If you can plop his ugly mug on the map or something.
You only catch a glimpse, but this is no Gretchen or Orc. It's far too tall, far too lithe. But as he exits back into a tent, you see a very broad and finely worked banner. Again, that wrench and chopper, overlaid atop which is a orcish skull that has a bullet hole in the middle of its forehead. Beneath it are written initials in a crude script you can't quite decipher.
Can I do a knowledge roll for it?
You may.
I have Psychers and the Warp.
Okay.
Let me see if I can roll some.
I'll go
spreads.
with...
I'll
It's
try
more of
to
a language
read-
barrier thing, but...
Ah, what kind of language is it? Does it look like Orcish?
Yes, it's Orcish.
Guess I'll just roll intelligence then.
Yeah, I'll try to roll intelligence as well.
It's less that it's its own language, it's more just that the handwriting is so crude, it's very difficult to ascertain what you're looking at.
Should I roll perception then, or something? Or
Either or.
scrutiny. Scrutiny.
Scrutiny would be ideal. But Doc's doing pretty well. Oh,
Bruh. That was
you suffer a minor embolism.
Yeah.
Bro.
Disgusting filth.
You, on the
Involved
other
with the
hand,
writing.
have ascertained not just the acronym, not just the lettering, but also the acronym attached, judging by the other accoutrement around the camp. Welcome to the Gretchen-only orc-free compound.
Go.
Gook.
Oh,
God.
shit.
We could not have made this joke if we played this game earlier. Oh no.
Sometimes timing is on my side for a change. Yeah, just as far as the eye can see throughout this entire compound, Gretchen, for all shapes and sizes. Mind you, there seems to be a cutoff point. Anyone taller than 4 feet seems to get shot in the head. There is a measuring post in each of these little outposts, and you see a number of these Gretchen being lined up and forced to be measured.
My force spear crackles.
I think my chain sword is starting to work on its own. And
Hold on, mate. The
decent
firearms
blood.
are crude, even by Gretchen standards for the most part. Then every now and then you'll see someone with a weapon that makes no sense. Like a firearm that would be... It could be mistaken for a sniper rifle if you squinted. But it would be a sniper rifle sized for an orc.
Uh-huh.
And you note that around each of these little encampments, every single one has at least one pillbox, would be the best way to put it. Like it's more a jumble of different junk.
Uh-huh.
And you're looking at it, you're not quite sure what it is until you note one of the Gretchen be measured as 4'1". And then the pillbox, little metal casing, stands up, lumbers forward with its big metal pincers, and turns the poor little creature into an accordion.
Ah.
These appear to be killer cans made from old human harvesting equipment.
Oof.
Is there any other information you'd like to look around for whilst you're here in this vantage point? You do not seem to have been spotted.
How many killer cans? How many Gretchen?
Each one of these little... okay. Gretchen, they literally are moving to... There are a lot of them. There are more than you can realistically count. And they are moving so frequently and so rapidly.
I mean, like hundreds, thousands.
Thousands. Tens of thousands, potentially. You notice that most of them do not spend too much time out of doors. And each of these little settlements has at least 2 killer cans. So a frontal assault is out of the question. There's simply too much enemy armor. It appears as though they are... Well, judging by the way they're moving, and the number of Gretchen that are literally falling out of the different hatches on these things, there is such demand for killer can, like pilots, like chance to pilot, that they are literally pouring in like a clown car. They are physically cramming as many Gretchen to each of these things as they can, and judging by the way everything is frenetic and all the limbs of this thing are flailing around wildly, that the council can't quite decide who gets to pilot what.
Council.
It is no, you're quite sure that the Revolutionary Council wouldn't appreciate whatever that tall thing is. Nor is there any previous knowledge that you have of a Revolutionary Council having a height limit.
I might have seen it in I might have seen it in the warp once, as while a demon was trying to tempt me with some crazy nightmare. But aside from that,
So, any other information you'd like to glean?
Oh yeah, is there like a weapons dump, like a big one? Can we see it?
Okay.
Or at
Tend
least
there
a
are-
refueling station?
Okay, major refueling and maintenance station is this location here. I will circle it with the grey-blue colour. That is the main refuel depot. The command structure and a very large, what appears to be another separate command maintenance bay is in this high location here, circled in purple.
Is that where the throne is?
Yes, the throne is pretty much exactly where you drawn the star.
I might see a point of entry possible if we cause a commotion with blowing up the fuel depot, we can take a quick charge in and decapitate the leadership.
You know that most of the
Fair enough.
supplies around the settlement seem to be transported via a barge. They are very crude arrangements of rafts and catamarans. Appear to be made from literally incredibly large old Prometheum tanks that have been cut and welded together again.
Gren, do you see anything else that might interest
I will do a Cynicians roll to try and see if there is any sort of psychic presence among the Gretchen.
Okay.
Bruh.
Okay, you know precisely what's kicking around in here. The tall figure is a psyker.
Ah,
A mild one, but
about
you
appropriate
know
for a
the-
monkai?
The tall thing is. The tall thing is too precise to be Monka. You also note a heavy psychic presence from a location I shall now circle in red. It seems to be coming from in the interior of the waterfall to the north.
I assume we have comms.
Yes, you do.
And he'll say into the comms while still invisible. Sire, I have spotted a relatively powerful psychic presence from it in the waterfall to the north.
It seems our colleague is closer than we thought. Further, there is a tertiary psychic presence you've noted, and it is very peculiar indeed.
Hmm?
From down in this area here, if this psychic presence is probably the strongest out of the three, but it feels spread thin.
Okay.
It's hard to ascertain what you're dealing with here. You've not really quite felt something like this before. If all the other, to put it bluntly, if all the other creatures with psychic powers around here are like solitary pillars, this is more like a chunk of foundation stone or a flagstone. It's stronger, but it's spread thin. So it's the kind of reaction you'd probably expect from a large group of low-ranking psychers, perhaps.
I'll do a Psyker Knowledge Forbidden Lord Psyker's roll.
Excellent.
Okay, maybe roll some of my memory. Is it like something native to the
You may.
Whew, 1 degree of success.
You've heard some rumors.
What should be like knowledge fauna or something?
I would say common imperial law.
Yes.
Nothing springs to mind there, Doc. However, Itan, you've seen similar kind of warp signatures from a large number of apprentices working in concert. So perhaps a cult. A large one.
Having not figured out any more than that, Atan is going to mumble to himself, "Damn that I am a dropout from the Farseer school."
Oof.
We could forget Gretchen performing cults. He did not.
Anyway, he'll say through the comms. There seems to be a cult-like presence within the compound. I believe we should prepare for a psychic. Where? conclave.
We should plan accordingly. Get what we can on the jet bikes. I want a team ready to get us out of there if things go hairy. Be it as it may, perhaps now's the time to reconvene with our oh so gracious ally. Wouldn't you
We shall
agree?
gently
Tom?
walk out as the race came back. Amen. And I assume we'll assume our way.
How you want to plan your route, and I'll tell you about any potential.
Is this the point where we are on the map?
You are outside of the current boundaries listed in the map. You see the white lines that are going around it.
Mm-hmm.
You may deploy from any point from outside there.
Well, we're trying to get to the waterfall according to the boss,
Yes.
right?
Please note, I will note that the area I'm about to outline is impassable by normal means.
Mm-hmm. Ah,
I will inform you of any potential issues that will arise in the regions that you plan to move from when you suggest them. So,
So are we like here or?
you may
Maybe
deploy
we can-
from any table edge, essentially, apart from the blue outlined section in the north.
So, my friend, how well can you swim?
Hmm?
I look at the river and I try to find some reeds. Basically, you know, when you take a piece of reed and you use it as a straw to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of that approach. Maybe we sneak in from here,
Yeah,
and then we
all will be appropriate.
gently progress.
Hello, people.
Hello. Do we have a volunteer for one of our Eldar players?
What? Volunteer for what, Bill?
Welcome to
Right.
the stream, folks.
Mega, be quiet for a bit, and I'll inform you what's going on.
Okay.
Yes, no. It's true. There is a. Okay, that region is heavily built up and has a large reed bed. The only issue may arise is that that is located directly across from the command plateau, which has is heavily armed and armored through this area here, which is essentially a massive kill zone for what appears to be a very large big shooter emplacement, quad barreled. And they have guard towers covering the plateau, so they would have line of fire upon your starting
So
position.
yeah, even up here.
At the more northern location, there is actually cover, as the trees in these areas are tall enough to act as cover.
Check your messages, Mega.
The area here, which is another old abandoned settlement, is more about it. There is no movement of Gretchen in this area.
If I can suggest that we go in from there and take a nice swim. Is water like strong or something?
The river is quite strong, but there are a lot of stones here that seem to form the remnants of an old bridge. It appears that at one point this may have once been a very small hydroelectric plant, like one might expect for a small outpost.
I wonder. Friend, do you know a thing or two about hydroelectric plants? I will get the Eldar. see there is two types. Either you have a very big lake and a very big dam, or if you have a very little river like this one, you usually have a very long pipe to stem the flow into the turbines. But I'm asking Bill, is there maybe something that looks like a pipe around here?
There are a number of them. It appears as though they attempted both a regular tidal battery, as well as a number of quite small, personal scale water turbines. However, running the length of the river is two large pipelines, as one would expect from a hydroelectric plant this type. They appear to have been moved significantly from the actual current since their initial installation. But they're usually heavy enough built to support a human being's weight.
Shall we go in?
I suppose.
Which angle were you guys wanting to go in from? This or this? Which one?
Throw down your weapons as you see fit.
Probably best to try swimming a bit downstream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Important thing is it also gets you cover, as the areas around here are heavily built up from the old settlements. And those of you who are joining the chat here and aren't quite sure what's going on, grab yourself up a character. Just let me know what you want to do with it when the time comes. I've got the stats in front of me.
Unfortunately, Meg has told me that he is driving.
Well, bad luck.
Yeah, I've filled in a ranger anyway, because I think that might be useful. So,
Okay. You reach the edge of the river, and it has been choked half to death with flotsam and junk, which is impressive considering that the flow of the river is southward. So whatever's causing this, where the estuaries branch into the main body of the river, something from upriver, or in this juncture, is causing this. It's not the result of the camp itself, unless they are dragging the confines of their junk piles out to the river to float down past themselves, though that wouldn't make any sense. It honestly looks like someone intentionally attempted to damage the remnants of the old turbines here.
Shall we initiate the sneak mode?
stealth mode.
Yes. I will just say that I've maintained this ability and have so far been a voice for this entire time. I shall continue to be a voice until combat begins.
How can I bump on my stealth? Just being quiet, covered in mud.
Well, technically... Okay, what's my... Alright, just a second. What, Monkai? Do you require some aid?
But of course, I'd like to be unseen.
Very well.
Odd that.
Oh my.
2 full castings, no perils. We need to step our game up.
You are now invisible.
You close your eyes, it's very disconcerting that it doesn't do anything.
Yes. You now are counted as having the stealth skill, and you receive a plus 25 bonus to stealth checks.
I will not waste any time. As I
Actually, you would get a +20. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I will jump in and try to go under the pipes if I can. Not I will make safe progress.
It might be a bit of a tight squeeze due to your carapace armor in places, but roll me an appropriate skill, whether it be athletics or what have you. I would say
That's strength. I think maybe like agility to squeeze in.
it would be athletics and or acrobatics. Your preference. One might even make the argument for something like survival, but hey, that's pretty good.
I squeeze, but
There's kind of a bit of a crunch as you squeeze the ceramic plates through the gap and fling yourself to the other side. Could our good and welcome Eldar allies do likewise, please?
Yep.
Sure.
I'll let you
to
do.
really lay off the donuts.
Natural agility, right? Yes. Bruh.
Bro. What? Oh shit.
Here we go again.
Oh no.
The nerd is drowning.
That's kind of hilarious, honestly.
Like,
It's like, do you need assistance, Monk? I have cast invisibility. And then fuck it up. How does
It's
it go
very
down?
fitting.
I am
I like
cleverly superior to you all.
Mm-hmm.
Can they give him a hand under the pipe so he can as well?
You can do so pretty easily.
Alright.
You can roll that with retry.
Alright.
Oh, you use a
Give
fake
me your
point.
hand.
Let's try that again, shall we?
Believe me.
The Eldar of course response is usually I would rather
Oh,
drown.
shit. You flail.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna say that's exactly what he does. As you reach out on a hand, he goes. I require no.
You swept downstream. Bounces off the pipe with a resounding clang.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I have a step aside. I can make additional dodge or parry attempt. I don't know does that apply here.
Parry him.
Parrot.
Parry this, you
Stop him.
fucking casual.
Quick!
I
A
will
warlock has
roll
fallen to
parry
the river like I
to
said.
pack his stupid ass. This should be fun.
Oh, no.
As you reach out, you high five him and he's swept downstream.
That's hilarious.
Oh shit. Okay, no, it's nothing. It's time to go. Start swimming.
Oh, god damn it.
Should I roll acrobatics to catch up?
Fine.
Could you roll me another athletics or acrobatics check, please? Itan.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. He backflips onto the bank.
You land on the strand here.
On here. There we go.
Yeah.
See, I told you I was fine.
Okay, I'll roll.
To himself, he mumbles, "God, I hate Monkai vegetation."
Oi, what's that? Is it down the strand?
They hear a voice from the strand as I'm still invisible. I shall roll stealth.
What's going on? Things are moving about. Probably some birds.
Quack.
Ow!
Quack.
I'm telling you, it's not birds. No, it's not fucking birds. No bird is. Someone's put a great big bloody dent in the strand. Calm down. It's
Steve.
I
come
just
on, Lawrence,
lay
it's gonna be
still.
fine. Quamo's got
I
it
just-
all in hand. We got a big shooter in front of us, and nothing but open water as well. Nothing to worry about.
Oh. Oh!
I'm telling you, Gary, it's something fucking weird out there. Hang
I'm
on,
about
pass
to
me
myself do
pass me the
some-
rocket launcher.
Oh, shit.
That's in the rock. Oh!
Run. Dun, dun, dun,
So at
dun,
this
dun,
point,
dun,
I am allowing you to make some action.
I'm going to run and
Run
jump
to the
into water
rocks,
here.
maybe?
I'm going to,
I'm going to be extraordinarily cowardly and take a.
I'm gonna run into the water here. And I'm gonna take a rock. I'm going to kick a rock as I go, so it looks like a rock landed into the water.
Okay.
Right.
Roll your stealth.
So huh?
Please roll your stealth.
Sure. Oh wait. Right. Should be Iron Man.
Just the elder going to stealth.
Both of you, please. Don't forget your bonuses from being invisible.
I did. I included them. Remember, you
Yeah,
get a plus
just-
20 from being invincible.
Do I add the plus 25 or minus 25? Sorry,
Plus.
20.
It's just 25 from the macro, you're right.
Now, if you could roll your choice of swimming skill, please. If you haven't already.
Right. Oh boy. I don't think I can add. I don't.
Fuck with me some more.
Oh boy.
Actually, not
Come
swimming. I'm
on.
actually on the fucking. Is this like a dry land?
I can't believe this.
Yeah. This is for moving across, if you are moving across.
I can't fucking believe this. I'm so glad I'm invisible.
Don't worry. In this area, it's it's a much shallower.
Mm-hmm.
So it's less about. It's more about speed than it is
Aye.
about survival. So you can paddle across, but it's slow going. Because something brushed your foot.
Knowing that this is Junka 5 makes him extremely nervous.
Bro.
Okay. And eventually you make yourself to the other side. You're just physically exhausted. Okay. Could each of you make an awareness test, please?
Fuck with me now. I'm bad at this.
4. 5 degrees of success in total.
Okay.
Actually,
you
that
just-
would be 6 degrees of success due to unnatural percent. 6? 5? 7
Okay.
due to natural perception.
Okay. It's now you know precisely why Doc is looking a bit haggard. As you look down, you notice that there is that. Well, you know what's happening because you witness another example of it in real time, where a leech stuck to the outside of your armor kind of just goes up to the seam that is almost basically a micrometer thick seam of your armor, and just squeezes itself through the gap inside.
I would use psychic power to try and disintegrate it.
Remove a leech. Nice.
As we have feathered rule.
Oh,
can't
Doc
believe
having
this.
hair, especially not hair that's
Why
black
is
and
it-
squirming.
Why? Hold on a second.
it's the
I put
sheet
50
over.
in there.
Oh god.
And it.
Oh,
What?
Whoa. You had 297 as your DC.
What the fuck?
Fuck. Wait.
You
What
blew
the
apart the
fuck's
barrier
going on?
outside of Terra.
Alright, the focus power test macro doesn't fucking work.
Oh really?
see that?
Yes.
Just use willpower with the usual modifiers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Because if you actually had rolled that, you'd be propelling yourself into the stratosphere with the aftershock.
Can you just repeat? There was a bit noise here. What is?
There you go.
There we go.
Both of you have gained a level of fatigue.
No. Oof. All right. Anyway,
Let me pop a stim. Let me see. Can you roll me?
I do 14 damage to the leech.
It's kind of you went oh, and then there's kind of a weird as about 14 leeches that were attached to you all vaporize instantly and are puffed out of the gaps in your armor.
Can you roll some Medicare with bonuses?
Okay, yes, you may. And if you've seen this, then you can. It's trivially easy for you. But
I mean, Ithan was going to
With
say,
you-
watch out for leeches.
have you ever been in a room when someone has taken an air duster can to one of those old government issue computers?
Oh no.
There's never been cleaned once in its 10 years of activity.
Oh no.
You know the amount of dust that pours out? It's like that.
Oof.
Okay. Doc, you slick back your dazzling jet black hair, at which point it begins squirming in your grasp. Your head is covered in leeches.
Ugh.
Luckily, you do know an old trick in the guard. As you get out a bottle of bug juice, pour it over your head, at which point all of the squirming mollusks just freeze up, spasm wildly, and then fall completely limp. Now, you know there are two ways to go about this. You can light a match and burn off the remains, which won't hurt you, but will make smoke. Or you can leave the corpses intact, as attempting to rip them out will open your veins. And if one was large enough, potentially crack your skull. As these creatures have instead of the usual trifecta arrangement of jaws with hundreds of little teeth inside, these junka leeches have a more similar to a drill.
Oh.
Oof.
Oof.
They're actually the larval form of a creature known as a lobotomite, which is a mite-like creature that bounds around the coasts. And I can think you can gather what they do with their teeth.
I will take a cigarette, remove my take a big tail, and give the pauldron to my elder friend. And you better be quick about this. Count of 3. Slap me on my head. 1, 2.
There is a blaze of whitish flame. You do wonder what's in this stuff. But there's an awful lot of smoke.
Yeah, I hope Gren slaps me on the head with the pauldron to knock it out.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Clang.
Gren, would you like to roll me a awareness test on that one? Because
Yeah.
kind of knowledge rolls to do with chemicals.
I have no such knowledge rules.
I have knowledge rolls on chemicals.
Okay, you may roll it.
Okay, chemistry.
Bruh.
No
I
one
don't
knows.
have some fucking bonuses on chemistry.
Well, you can roll Medicaid, given that you know what it's used for.
I have sweet suture. I can stop blood loss as a free action.
Well, you know it's not going to hurt you because you know what you're doing. But it's more a quirk of what this stuff's made out of that might be interesting to you. It's at plus 20 for you because you're about. The reason why Yunkan bug juice is so potent and works even on the Tyranid-derived creatures that occasionally crop up here is because of what it's made from. As Yunkan bug juice is derived from phosphex production.
Phosphate.
Phosphex, not phosphor, phosphex.
Fuck is that?
Phosphex is the only chemical weapon banned by the Imperium.
Ah,
Bro.
And if anyone has any kind of forbidden laws, they can roll that. But otherwise, that's a joke just for you lot at home.
bruh.
Okay. Be that as it may. Where to next, folks?
I guess we start heading towards the waterfall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Details, I like that. Okay. Making your way deeper into the jungle here, you begin to notice quirks here and there. You notice a commissar's cap that has been nailed to a tree.
Grizzly.
It seems to have be fixed there with an iron nail. You start to notice in amongst the trees like cloths tied and old broken grot guns that have been kind of strung around like wind chimes. If you could roll me an awareness test, please.
Yeah, something for traps. Not to step on them. Is there a trap sense?
Usually comes under awareness or security.
While they're walking, Etan is going to ask Doc, "Tell me, Monkai, is a commissar without his hat even truly a commissar?"
I wonder the same thing. The bigger the head, the bigger the commissar. Counts the territory.
Your barbaric ways are always intriguing, if disgusting.
Simple but effective.
If you say so, Monkai.
Do we notice any other wind chimes or traps, something laying around?
Itan, you know that as you're looking into the trees, you notice a tripwire.
Immediately holds up hand and tries to halt everyone.
Okay.
I gently stop.
There is a very thin, fine tripwire that stretches all the way across a path, and it's directly beneath one of the arrangements of wind chimes.
Etan will look behind him and turn to the ranger in our party
Yup.
and ask, "Ranger, do you know how? Would you be so kind as to deal with this?"
Very well, my kin. I'll move forward. Tripwire is security, right?
Yep.
I do not have security, goddamn. I have survival though, so
Survival will work.
I'll do survival.
No fucking creature in this game has security.
No, it's a very niche skill.
No, it's
Bruh.
Oh!
As you're adjusting the wire, there's kind of like
Oh shit, I'll just
you
hit
might
the
want to
deck.
roll a dodge.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay, here is the sound you hear, and you might want to listen closer because I'm not sure this will pick up.
Oh fuck.
Something scythes down from the upper canopy.
Gregoras!
Clang! As what hits the deck is only described as a sharpened fridge.
Sharpened fridge. Fuck.
Complete with a coolant tank. It literally, someone has taken the corner of what appears to be a large fridge freezer, like a municipal freezer unit used like a chest freezer, and has sharpened one of the edges.
Do I get hit for damage?
What was your dodge roll? Oh
Just
no.
like 1 degree of failure.
Oh, I was going to roll dodge. Okay.
Oh, it is large enough to hit the whole clearing, so if you
Unless I can-
Oh, there you go.
I
You
can-
dodged.
unless I
Don't
can.
worry, you will get
reroll.
bonuses based upon your distance. So you two put a fine. Gregulus, unfortunately. Well, what's your armor rating at?
4.
Okay, it's not going to count towards this then.
Can I make an additional dodge roll? If I fail, I also get damaged.
Oh, don't worry. You guys were only dealing with the shrapnel. And this distance, you get a large enough bonus that it's not really an effective issue, especially not with someone wearing that much armor. But, however, our poor Eldari ranger friend here takes 7 points of impact damage as he's hit with
Oh shit. Oof. I guess I just kind of, as the pain just sets in, I just start to kind of wriggle myself out as best I can from it. And you
There's
just
a
hear him
really-
curse, like,
There's a really nasty cracking noise coming from your elbow.
savages. And I just kind
There-
of crawl away.
A great amount of it has been just graffitied from tip to top, and what's most prominent on the side are the words "Take the Gork pill."
Well, thank you for
And
subscribing.
on the other
What
side is
sort
written
of-
the words "Cunning is cancer."
Okay.
What sort of devilish intelligence are we dealing with?
I think
The
that's a
lowest
fridge.
kind, my kin.
Can I roll medicate with him?
What in the world is a fridge, Monkai?
Use it to keep food cold.
You notice it's been chained shut.
Ah,
Let me see if I can patch my Eldar ally up a bit.
I
You see, in my career, I had
many
I know what to do.
fridges fell on guardsmen.
When in doubt, just throw a fridge at somebody.
Lol, the Monkai don't even know about the 3 seashells.
For fuck's sake.
It's just I was thinking.
Just imagine Rob Schneider's an Eldar now and it's fucking mortified.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
They wake up an old Arbeiter officer in order to deal with an orc infestation.
Because apparently Eldar don't know how to deal with orc infestations.
what the fuck? Just fucking an elbow looking straight into the camera going, what the fuck is a fridge?
Okay.
Fucking demolition can.
Cold can.
Do I heal anything from the Medicaid?
I think that should give you a good chunk of health back. Try and remember how Medicaid works.
It depends on how badly you're injured initially, like when you take the test.
It's not broken. It's just quite badly bruised. You're
Okay.
doing pretty well considering what I have seen what happens when someone gets a fridge dropped on them, and they don't tend to end very well.
No.
So I believe that does patch up rather nicely. Let me check the call book on that.
It'll be in first aid, I'll just check it. Medicaid. First aid. Equal to your int bonus plus 1 additional point damage per degree of success. So I think that heals all the damage if we go by that.
Here, take this
Right.
Pervitin.
Yeah, basically just slaps me with a step. Oh hell yeah! There we go.
So if
I'll nod a thanks to Monkai and say that was surprisingly
Most of you have been
talented.
patched up. Most of you have been patched up by one point or another, or at least known someone who has.
Yeah.
And still. Just as you're having this conversation, there's a rattle from inside the fridge.
Oh shit, it's Indiana Jones.
I take out my gun out of the and I put it at the fridge. As I gently open it with my sword.
Okay, as your eviscerator cuts the chain and flips the lid open, you're greeted with a much peculiar sight. Just come out. A servo skull flies out of
Oh,
the interior
no.
of the fridge.
It's your boy, the damn spooky.
His mouth has been tied shut.
Bruh.
What are you doing here?
It is one of your skull-like abominations.
Oh, this is the skull abomination. What the fuck? Should be at the base. Aren't you on the guard duty for the duct tape? Does he have something over his mouth?
His mouth seems to have been glued shut.
Finally, something did properly.
Unfortunately, you don't speak binary cant, so you can't tell that he's swearing at you.
Bruh.
Bro.
I'll take out my surgical knife and try to.
Oh, it's stuck pretty fast, unfortunately.
Okay. No advance for yes, two for no. Is there anybody else of our boys around here?
He nods once.
I'll just start listing. Boo, Tabs,
Nope.
Mosey, McGraw.
Nope.
You can. As I go through the list, who do I get in?
Okay, none of your regulars.
None of the boys are
So-
back in town.
Yeah, no, none of the boys. I look at the Psyker.
Hmm?
I ask the Spooky, are you with the Psyker? Are you with the heavy weapons?
Shakes his head.
Say again, Bill.
He will shake his head.
He's on his own, apparently.
You
Were you
will-
captured by the Gretchen, or was it one of the boys?
He will. It'll be kind of like noise, and he will. A very small piece of paper will print out from between his, from a small gap in his teeth, which will read, "They fucking stole me from the barracks."
Bruh.
Fuck's sake.
Wait a minute, does that mean the orcs attacked the camp?
No, it means the Gretchen snake in.
Oh, they did a gay off on the broke out. Oh, damn.
This is what you get when you have communism. You cannot build your own stuff. You have to steal it from others.
We probably shouldn't linger here, says the piece of paper.
Indeed. Your abomination is correct. We should head to the waterfall as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Come on, Dub. Keep a low profile. Oh, binary.
He will fly at shoulder level. Moving ahead, you notice there's a kind of an open field here,
Yeah.
and dotted all around are a number of las guns that have been pointed into the ground via their bayonets.
We say it's a graveyard.
Atop each of the las guns is balanced a Cooper's helmet turtle, all of whom look very distressed.
Bruh.
Aren't the turtles the destructive kind? Remind me again.
They are the ones that have a bad tendency to drop down from trees and brain people.
Oh,
If they
shit.
climb
Someone-
trees.
Someone has balanced them all on top of the stocks of the blast guns.
Let's take a look around. Is there like fresh mounds, maybe like a minefield or something?
All of them seem to be fairly old. Though you notice that each of the las guns is well kept.
I think we are approaching our friend. Trying to remember, is there anything specific about this? It's just
As-
a memory.
Could
Just basically, I don't know, intelligence roll or imperial common.
this is a traditional way of anyone who is in deep cover behind enemy lines. This is the usual method of marking graves. Though normally they're not very well kept because they're kind of a one and done deal. However, more importantly, you note a fairly you note up ahead that layout of underbrush is the exact textbook setup for a Imperial Guard, basically a checkpoint intended to be a difficult spot from the outside.
Go ahead, Monkai. We shall be waiting for you here.
I will make the sign of Aquila as I approach and gently walk to the.
As you approach, you see perhaps the most bizarre thing you've seen all day. As you see a pair of Gretchen that are wearing Imperial Guard helmet each.
Holy
and
fuck,
wielding a
those
lasgun.
Gretchen appear alive.
Yes.
They greet me back with the sign of the Aquila.
They eye you suspiciously, but proffer a salute.
I just play along and salute back. Shindu. What the fuck do I see?
You see something more intensely cursed. All along here is Imperial Guard iconography. Aquilas scratched into tree bark and hundreds of mocked together lasguns, heavy bolters, like even a crude statue of an Astartes have been set up, but all are weirdly orky in design. Like the Space Marine, rather than the usual beak or grill type setup, has an orky jaw. And they're all suspended from these thick vines or bolted into trees with heavy iron nails.
Who the fuck?
And again,
vine seed trees.
like again, more of these goblins who are all dotted around in their little hidey holes, watching you from gaps in the underbrush. And I shall now show the rest.
Oh, shit.
You notice that most of their las guns aren't real, or perhaps they're a las pistol with a crude stock bolted on. But at the end is this bizarre statue. It almost looks like the Emperor, but he's got a myriad of dozens of arms, and one side of his face is that of a huge orc. The other side, the more traditional Cimmerian look of the Emperor. It appears to be made from the corpses of orcs,
Oh,
Oh.
and or appears to be the scrap of a downed vulture gunship, judging by the markings.
I make a mental note to order artillery this place later.
The Gobson Yards will usher you through and open a hatch that goes down. Boss like to see you.
Thank you, soldier.
Thank you, boss.
As I
You just-
approach downstairs into the belly of the beast. Belly of the beast.
You descend downwards beyond the waterfall, in through the stone into the caverns. Everything here is it's both claustrophobic but spacious. These appear to be ancient ruins. The markings on the walls are a jumble of old script, hieroglyphics, and jumbled scrawlings of some madman. A single thin sliver of light is coming through from the outside.
What
They
do my
sent you,
human eyes-
didn't they?
Acceptable would be the term.
They sent you, like they sent the others.
Nobody sent me. They asked me nicely. Who might you be? Your companion.
I'm many things, child. I'm meant to be the war boss of this region. I'm meant to be the leader of these squibbling little squigs, this so-called committee. But instead, I'm here in exile. The figure is lumbering and huge. What little you see of it dwarfs you. It moves in amongst the shadows, and you only just see like a digit here, a fleck of skin here, but what is moving there shakes the ground with its step. So who sent you? Was it the Gretchen? Was it the Eldari? Maybe the Inquisition again? I've dealt with so many I've lost count.
Truth be told, my own interest sent me here. Eldaria, merely the alarm that gained attention. Gretchen in the area, never really good for the Imperial base, you see. One of the boys even got kidnapped. I'm talking about the spooky, but no need to go.
He floated this way a while back. Seems one of the Gretchen had taken him. But you can have him back if it pleases you. I locked
very
him in
nice.
here as I suspected he was looted. Can't be too careful. But I'm afraid I can't help you very much.
But maybe we can help each other. You said you want to be the war boss of the base.
I am the war boss of this base by right.
De jure, but de facto is another matter. Say we join forces to remove the usurper. Maybe I cannot remove all the Gretchen, but half the problem is better than the full problem.
A colossal claw, almost claw-like pud, like just ripped with muscle arm, reaches out and places before you a data slate with a cracked screen.
I take a gander at it.
The screen flickers into life, and you're greeted with an image of what you presume to be the tall thing.
From the camp.
What you're met with is an image of a Drukari, a dark Eldar.
Oh, dick.
I guess.
This self-styled Gretchen King.
I know this planet has sunk very low, but this is the bottom I have not seen before.
Oh shit! It's David Bowie playing Kangax, the King of the Gretchen.
Oh shit. He also reminds me of Kilgore from Apocalypse Now as well.
You help me bring this changeling, this pretender, to heal. You can do what you wish for the rest. I'll let you go in peace. You may take with you whatever you wish.
Are you especially fond of the Gretchling in the base? Are you especially fond of the Gretchlings in the base?
Any who turn their back on me deserve what they get. They're traitors. And they forget the Emperor's light.
I will nod at him and give him a suit. Then for the Emperor, the traitors will burn.
There is a strike of a match, and what appears to be a stick of incense at first, and is in fact a low stick impaled on a thorn, and propped up almost like a candle, is lit, and you catch a glimpse of green skin. Are you a religious man?
Sufficiently.
There's another strike of a match, and you see the hulking silhouette of this thing. Another cigarette is lit. I'm a very spiritual man. These children have forgotten the light of the Emperor and turned to Mork's teachings.
Disgusting.
They must learn of the Emperor's light and remember the importance of the Gork pill. And at that, there's a strike of lightning, and you get a glimpse of him in all his glory, finally. What you're viewing is a morbidly obese Imperial Guardsman wearing what can only be described as a crude orc outfit. But he's so physically massive that it's actually kind of intimidating.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! I'm gonna. It's a bit old now, but I have the need to make a Chungus comment.
God.
With that, he will take up what appears to be of all things, a storm shield and a thunder hammer. How functional they are is a matter of debate. You and I are going into this base, and we are going to get what is rightfully mine. A duel to the death between myself and that filthy Drukhari.
Stunning plan. If I can make a suggestion, we have the map of the base. Or I just draw it in the sand, or dirt, whatever. Here is the main outline. If we charge it directly, it can be suicide. It's very defended. But I can cause a distraction and set on the fire the Prometheum. That will quite handily open us as they charge to rescue.
Little underhanded for what I had in mind, but I admire the gumption. Make it so.
The traitors deserve no better. One question though. This area here, there is some psychic presence of unknown origin. Do you have any idea of what could it be?
The Gretchen pit.
What they're building? Gretchen Astronomicon?
It's a just a great pit into the earth, filled to bursting with Gretchen. Some peculiar things have been happening there. I don't intend to dwell on them. And the mad ravings are a more confused lot.
You might have idea to kill 2 Grecians with 1 Prometheum tank. Do you have any explosives at hand that I can borrow?
Let's make it so. Lead the way.
Very good.
With that, he will usher you out, and you notice that his Gobton yards, the goblins that have been dressed up like Imperial Guardsmen in the crudest way possible, follow with you, and him. Take as many as you desire.
Boys, stand up and listen.
They stand to
They-
attention.
It's the great day for the servants of the Emperor. Today will they banish the heretics that has abandoned his lights, and he will reclaim the territory in his glorious name. Fear not, we will strike boldly, we will strike smartly, and we shall banish the evildoers, the wrong thinkers, above all, the cowards. Gather your strength, gather your ammunition, and be along my side, or I will lead you to victory. Also don't shoot at the Eldar. They too want to help us kill the very ugly man at the fortress.
They begin chanting, "Gork build, Gork build, Gork build." They've
I will round the
remarkably
fifth
gruff
year.
voice, considering they're Gretchen. Each of them
Very
seems to have a
squishy.
voice more belonging on a full-sized orc. You notice some of them are passing around syringes. One of them is just caked in some kind of whitish powder.
Oh shit.
That dude had a lot of fun.
Okay,
Sadly, I couldn't find my image of base balaclava man covered in whey powder to use as an icon. But that's the kind of energy I'm going for here, just an entire team of base balaclava man.
Gretchen, oh boy. Okay, I need like the few of the strongest and most capable with explosives.
One waltzes forward, he is carrying a melter bomb.
Oh shit.
Now listen good to me, my man. Organize the boys, I'll be back in a bit. You'll be the most important task.
Turku Akbar.
After we sneak around, you have an important task to topple the fuel deposits so it melts, flows down to the pit, and then we are going to ignite it, all of it. Because if I understand correctly, Bill, this is where they have the tankers.
That's a mech yard.
That's what?
That's the mech yard.
Backyard.
Your map has been updated with the so a little bit more information from your new friend Thirstand.
Well, backyard has to have fuel, doesn't it?
Lots. Prometheum, lots of it. Tons of it. 200 barrels easy, mate. And see over the rest of it.
Easy, Mike.
Easy.
Can I leave in it? He motions towards your sidearm. That little
Yeah.
pouch there. Can I leave in it?
You'll have to say it again in normal voice because I don't understand.
Is that
fucking-
that little pouch there on your hip? Can I live in it?
If you can
Bruh.
squeeze it.
Because I'm a fucking gun, mate. Let's go.
Oh bro. Banner.
We're just
Best banner. There you go.
okay. I will return quickly to the
Base
elder.
balaclava Gretchen.
I will return to Eldar to lay out the plan. Basically, that this here is the mech shop. While I attack with the Gretchen, this front.
You know, it's one of the other Gretchen is attempting to give a speech. Today, I spoke to my wife's son.
Oh, bro.
They have begun their pre-mission preparations. One is lining up a rack of what appears to be whitish powder mixed with gunpowder. Another one is microwaving a bottle of cider.
Let me ask you. You've said that the psychic presence I felt earlier was from a pit of Gretchen.
Well, that's what they seem to believe.
Those ugly creatures think that by grouping together they can face the might of true Eldari. They shall be sorely mistaken.
I hope so indeed. I cannot imagine nothing worse than a pit of them, except maybe 2 pits. But I will soon make it to be no pit. Basically, what are you going to do? I don't think I will be able to navigate Gretchen very much, but I will take a long swing and attack on this side to draw the guard away. What happen next? You just come inside and topple the barrels of the Prometheum so it flows down the mountain. Soak into the pits, and then you light a lovely, lovely bonfire. That should be more enough to cause the other chaos we need.
I like your style, Can. This is going to be going places, mainly in the atmosphere.
Oh, we have no idea.
Right, no calm at the present.
So if Eldari want, they can, I don't know, sneak back out here to get their people and position themselves.
You want anything, by the way? I'd feel rude if I didn't offer it round. And he's holding up a couple of vials of reddish liquid.
I take a sniff.
You discover
Keep your
that,
filth away from me.
well, it's when you shake it, you realize it's not liquid, it's more of a powder. Okay, you know exactly what it says. This is Friends On.
Ooh. Is
Don't
this
drink
the
the
make people
Berserker
go very, very fast?
The Friends On is the really ratchet shit they have to make out of adrenochrome.
Don't drink the Berserker brew.
It's basically berserker dust. It's basically just a mix of crystal meth and angel dust. It's the stuff of fucking nightmares. Let's see what it does. I can remember. Oh yeah, it gives you the frenzy talent, and you're immune to fear.
Mm-hmm.
What a coincidence! I'm already immune to fear, mostly.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're telling us.
They are passing around doses of it. This stuff is as
I'm
rare.
as a proud Eldar, I will not indulge in the vices and drugs of the lesser races.
Too good for this.
I'm mostly not against voices, but this one is you can skip my Eldari friend. But I will keep this one on hand.
Yeah, I think these guys will have more use out of it than us. So.
Yeah, that's to the boys. I'm sure
Shoot
they
yourself,
will do
cunt.
Oh, shit. He's dozed up already. Fuck.
that.
Let's go now.
As I gather the Gretchen up, can we have some? Just
Right. So I think it's I want to attack the fucking pit place.
Oh, the pit place down there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
This is kind of becoming like a mini campaign on Twitter rather than just a one shot. So I'm tempted to split this up if you'd
Oh,
be
boy.
okay with that. Because it gives us more time to chew the meat.
Maybe. And I mean, I'm just using the step block for the Eldar, so I'm not going to put any more effort into that than that.
Exactly. It's a nice, simple campaign. Maybe have an
Actually,
episode.
I have an even better idea. I take all the friends on that Gretchen, give it to Eldari. If you can, throw this into the pit. All of it.
Oh, shit. I see what you...
For once, I agree with you, Monkai.
So,
I will-
so the current plan is to burn down the mech yard, go to the Snotling cult and dose them all full of fucking friends on.
Yeah,
powder,
just let them have
and
fun.
then knock over the command structure on the way back.
You wanna know something you can do with a simple psychic expression?
Teleport.
No, with something you can do with a simple psychic power, Bill.
Do so.
You can create a controlled gust of wind. And you said this was powder, wasn't it?
Yes, friends on is a powder.
Well, there you go.
You're gonna fucking crop dust them.
Depends on how much we have.
And then they'll just tear each other apart.
I'm going to draw a brief intermission just so I can refresh my drink and use the restroom.
Good.
See.
Reconvene in a few moments.
Of all the ideas.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Oh, it's very, very good.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is go through the usual plans, and if anyone's a particularly big threat, I'll just snipe them. That's how we'll go about it.
Yeah, that's good.
And Gren can use his magic occasionally. So.
And I will just lead the fucking charge.
Yeah, you just lead the Snotlings around, and me and him will just provide little, like, flank support and stuff. I don't know what the servo skull will do, it's just kind of there.
I will say to the silver skull, you stay back and be promotional. Inspire the Gretchen. nudge the scared ones.
Oh yeah, do you want to know the funny thing? That guy in the cave, a little hidden thing for the people at home, that, I believe, is Bill's old character from one of his other games, who had a hammer and a shield, so... I guess Bill's giving his old character some closure, so...
Fucking friends.
Yep. Friendzone is a drug.
Heroin.
Oh yeah, so while we're here, I will tell you a bit about what I've been doing lately. I've been reading up on my Star Wars lore in preparation for us continuing the campaign soonish, hopefully. So far I've read, let's see, the Hand of Thrawn trilogy. I just finished that today, that was pretty good. And I'm gonna read the comic. This is cringe, but I'm gonna read the comic of Luke and Mara's wedding. So yeah, because they actually did that.
It's a pretty, okay comic.
Yeah,
considering
that's what I
everything.
mean. I figured, to be honest, if you're gonna do a wedding scene, a comic's probably the best way to do it, honestly. Rather than just purely text, you can kind of see the emotion, all that stuff, I suppose. Let's see. And then I'm gonna
Have you
read.
read the Mara Jade comic itself?
Sorry?
Have you read the Mara Jade comic itself?
I have not seen that, no.
Oh, that's an excellent comic.
I will.
Directly after the fall of the Empire.
Oh, right. So basically, when the Emperor dies, what she kind of does straight
Yeah.
after. Alright, cool. I'll look into that and put that on my list of stuff to check out. Because I've kind of skipped a lot of EU Legends stuff because some of it is kind of shit. And I figured I'll read it eventually when it's, not as pertinent. So, like the Black Fleet Crisis and a bunch of other arcs like that. But what I'm gearing towards is reading Survivor's Quest, and then after that I'm going to get into the Yuzang Vong War, like the new Jedi Order stuff, because I've not read that yet. But that should be good.
Oh, the Star Wars Legends lore.
Yes, the edgy era of Star Wars when they changed publishers
Oh,
and had
hell
the
yeah.
Yuzang Vong, yes.
Oh, the era where they were focused a lot on the Sith lore. Huh?
Yes, that will be fun.
Oh, man, you should. There is like one episode when fights a giant ferret or some bullshit like
The
that.
giant ferret. God.
Yeah, it's official race.
Okay.
Star Wars.
That's the
Yo,
weird
yeah,
thing.
there is-
Whenever they introduce a race in Star Wars, it just becomes part of the lore, and it sometimes creeps up again, which is kind of neat. Like, there's like 3 or 4 different just bird races in Star Wars. They're just there. So,
Yeah, it's a burb.
bird race.
It's funny with the races, they make like so much humanoid races. They're like dumb as fuck.
Yeah, a lot of them are just humans reskinned. It's the same problem with Star Trek, really. So, and some other sci-fi stuff. But they don't really have a very unique culture or, history or anything.
We are warriors. We are merchants. We are...
Yeah, that's the other thing they do. It's always like, oh, that one character we introduced, like Greedo, yeah, his whole race is just like that. It's like, okay. That's very lazy, but okay. Like, what's his name? The Toydarian, fucking Watto. Yeah, they're all just, scummy merchants. That's how they are.
Okay, we've seen the absolute cringe that is the new comics. Sometimes Lando Calrissian has his. He lacks money to pay workers at the fucking facility.
Mm-hmm.
He gives part of his savings, but he needs a gig, and somehow inherits a planet. I don't know how, but planet is like full of slaves. So he's like, no, this is bad. And, he eats people. And now, of course, he has no money, so he just gives whatever else savings he has.
Okay.
You're no merchant. You don't know how to do shit. How the fuck did you survive so far? The dream of the city, the sky city.
Jesus. Is this
Like,
Legends or Disney, this arc?
I mean, even Legends are better than the Disney. This is the Disney.
Oh shit, right, okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised then. A lot of the Legends storylines are kind of bad, sadly. So, I mean, the Disney stories, sorry. Some of the Legends stories are pretty bad as well, like, what do you call it? There's a trilogy, I don't know what the trilogy's called, but there's like 6 really short books. It's called the Jedi Prince trilogy, I've not read them yet, but apparently they're fucking hilariously bad, so I may need to give them a look at one point, because the first book is literally called The Glove of Darth Vader, which is already quite a meme title in of itself.
The MacGuffin of Darth Vader.
The MacGuffin of Darth Vader, yes. And I think this was before the lore was really established, so they just wrote these shitty, like, short form books for kids to read, basically. That was the idea. So, but they are hilariously lame from what I've been told. So, Gran, what do you...
Somebody's asking how it's called. The Go podcast. The independent zone.
So,
I need to share this.
mm-hmm. So,
I have been really hoping for the continuation.
what was that, sorry?
I was really waiting for the Star Wars to continue.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite campaign.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very good campaign. I like playing John.
John Vic.
John Wick, the best assassin of the galaxy.
Who knows everyone for some reason.
For some reason.
That's my favorite bit about him, honestly. Just how much he knows.
He just because I ask, do I know this person from my underworld days, and I roll for it, and it always ends up with a yes, every time.
Yes, you will. You're all well enough. So. But yeah, we will continue that soonish, hopefully. I can't give you an exact date. Oh no!
By the power of warp fuckery, I demand you to kill yourself.
Oh no! I'll put that.
I shall name the maneuver of using simple warp bullshit to make a gust of wind blow Frenson into the nose of 100,000 Gretchen. The Gork pill.
The Gork sniff.
The Gork sniff. Sniff the Gork pill.
Bro.
Oh, Gork is just propaganda. Gork is a
Yep.
creepy man that comes behind you and sniffs.
Gork propaganda. Oh no, Gork is just Joe Biden. He snips you.
Oh, fuck.
Somebody said, "Come on, Bill, come back. We need you." Oh, how much can you piss?
Apparently a lot.
Just fucking Bill, just walking up to someone and going, "Hey, want to see how hard I can piss?"
Nice cock, samurai.
Oh shit. God damn it.
Wake up, samurai. Nice cock.
Oh god.
Oh no, it's
I'm
the
really
morning.
looking
Bill,
forward to
come
that
back.
game though.
Bill, come
I
back
return.
here.
Oh, there he is.
You come back, great. Save us.
Save us.
What's happened?
Oh,
We're devolving.
we went down to the rabbit hole for a bit, yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay.
Fuck, jobbers. I just realized that the goblins are called jobbers. Can you
What's up?
plop some of them next to me so I can lead some?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Just keep in mind, the more of these that you take from Thirst And's team, is the less likely he will succeed in his end of things.
I'll say, can they spare 1/4?
Yeah, I say 1/4 is okay. And the melt, including the melting guy.
Yes.
Okay.
If they give me 1/4 of the Friendson, I can spread it just thin enough using warp bullshit to where it can still achieve something.
Okay. They will give you a barrel.
Good enough. I shall now
Good
create
enough. It's a
the Friends-
55-gallon drum of friends on.
I shall
Millions died
create.
to make this.
I shall create the Frenzy Cloud. The Rage Coof.
Bro.
Okay, so first step, drop the friend zone. As they go ape shit, we attack the compound, and then we drop the.
No, we have to wait until they started killing each other. Then we attack them.
Yeah, yeah. So I assume we'll coordinate.
And then I shall use, in addition to that, I shall use my psychic power, Project Thoughts, to tell one of them mentally, mimicking the voice of a different Gretchen. Your mom's a hoe.
Work big gay.
No, I'm gonna tell them you're an orc.
You're in there. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, shall we begin executing the plan?
Mm-hmm.
Take a good bite of sandwich. Okay. Which segment would you like to start with?
Right.
Are you going to reposition yourself, Glenn?
Sure. I need someone to carry the barrel. I require 3 Gretchen to carry the barrel.
Okay, 3
I
carry
pick
the
the 3 strongest looking one and Dab Spooky. To give them
Dab Spooky is extremely necessary for this plan, for we need to find a way to unglue his mouth.
I will say that some of the Gretchen here are remarkably strong looking.
Good. You there, you 3 disgusting creatures over there, come over here.
He will follow you to glory.
I will not lie to you gentlemen. This plan will likely cause your death. but in death you shall find glory. And you shall find glory as you have aided me in allowing your enemies to kill themselves. So carry this barrel and carry this weight. In the name of your emperor or whatever.
That's pretty good for an Eldar, honestly.
That's about to say that's about as good as you're gonna get with these lot. Unfortunately, I cannot actually select the Gretchen without selecting the gigantic green line for some fucking reason.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
okay.
You can give me command of the Gretchen.
Okay, consider this a mob of Gretchen style updated to large size.
Yeah, it works.
That's the Melter Gretchen. So. Assuming each of these is actually a small mob.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an elder warlock, so naturally I'm well spoken with the lesser races. I'm extremely polite.
They will begin. Here is your allotted Gretchen. Can
My
you
carrier
control it?
Gretchen.
Hang on, let me change the settings. Command and control by all players. There we go.
Yes,
Try
I
and
can
get-
control this one.
Good.
Right.
I will take command of the other three.
Alright. Well, we'll need to hit the mech outpost first.
Okay.
And then I will lead my own Gretchen past that to the pile.
Okey-dokey.
If everything
That's
works
disgusting.
out.
What terrain do we face? Water, traps.
Depends on your route.
If we stick to the edge of the camp.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we stick to the trees, yeah, like this, because then we'll get the most cover on our approach. So.
How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking to hit directly onto the mech camp first, or go around to get to the place where you can dump the friends on?
Well, the main group will go here, but I will split off around here and continue towards the friend zone, towards here.
Okay.
Yeah, will be the first distraction until you implemented the major one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at the end, we'll go like here.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Big loop.
Would each team like to roll me stealth, please?
Yes.
Bro.
Excuse me to eat a sandwich.
What should we roll?
I shall continue maintaining invisibility, turning it back on again mentally.
Oh god. Oh god. I rolled
Oh,
a
no.
98.
Hold on a second. You might still succeed.
Yeah, because I have a 78 DC on stealth.
But more than that, let me do a focus power check, not using the actual macro on the sheet because it doesn't work.
Yep. Oh, there you go.
Right. Consider yourself invisible,
Hell yeah.
Gregulus.
Yes.
Okay, let me roll just agility for stealth. This is without any bonuses.
You get a 20 from the last time I cast stealth on you.
So that should be a
Let's-
pass as well. Yeah.
Okay. And I shall roll one.
And I need to roll stealth as well.
Okay.
Not quite, but using the brushes, so maybe.
Okay. Thirst, on the other hand, does not understand the concept of stealth very well, and will just kind of just walk through the undergrowth, and we'll head to the south.
Yee.
Just bring up the old artwork.
Do we continue making approach?
You can. Okay.
Oh
You
shit.
have reached the entrance.
We are, I assume, just at the edge of the shrubbery.
Yes.
Oh.
There's a large blast of ground where they seem to have been testing weapons. The soil is still bubbling in places.
Does it look like there is landmines or bullshit like that? Even like leftover explosives.
Maybe a few dud ones, but... Roll me an awareness test.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, awareness also for the guards.
Yeah, I'm factoring that in as a bonus. Okay. Poor Gregulus, I don't think has rolled a single
Oh no,
successful
yeah.
roll
And I have
all
the
evening.
best stats for this shit.
Gregulus, who's on point, discovers quite quickly what the others have noticed. As he puts his foot forward and it sinks into the soil.
Oh my god.
He sees his armor begin to bubble on the surface.
Oh fuck.
The soil here has been the target of a very fairly potent weapon, thermal weapon in the last couple of hours, and the soil is molten.
Ooh. Okay.
It's essentially just a
happy
big
that
dirty
we are
patch
aware.
of glass.
I am glad that our technology can easily withstand the attempts of these lesser creatures.
Indeed, Kin Warlock. Though I hate this world, I wish to leave as soon as we can.
I hate
I
this world. I
understand
want
you.
back to the crap world. I want to hot baths.
I hate this. Just fucking Eldar be like, be me, be on Junka 5. Fucking hate this world. Too much vapor.
Some motherfucker stole my jet bike. Can't have shit on Junkafar. The thing is, it is canonically his jet bike that was stolen.
Fucking. Oh, fuck this planet. Fuck Junka 5. All my niggas hate Junka 5.
Okay, I think this is the best we can. Do I see any guards on attention just sleeping? Something I can eat first.
There appear to be a number of guards who are in a couple of two machine gun emplacements on the length of wall that you're looking to assault. One is a regular orc heavy shooter, big shooter. The other is an imperial heavy stubber. With what appears to be a trombone flute on the end.
Okay, is there any like a big tree around?
Yes. A number of the trees in here are about as big around as Helly Thirstand.
I look at the direction and say, when I jump from this, you assault, and I will go start climbing the tree.
Which one were you indicating towards, sorry?
Can you just point me the trees, which are the big ones?
Essentially, assume that any square has at least one big tree in it.
Let's get to the biggest and closest tree. Yeah.
Yep.
Basically, I want to get into the range of my jump back.
Okay.
And
And who was it you wanted to assault?
the trombone one.
Now, which of your boys did you want to assault the place? I know you're wanting to assault the trombone emplacement.
This one will attack the stubber. I will after that the others can join.
Okay. So first primary one moving in across the no man's land area, followed by I'll number each of them if I can. Of course, there is not actually a number system, unfortunately. Okay, red team on left.
Mm-hmm.
Blue team on right. Gold team on middle. Gold team's got the fire team.
Purple team with the friend song.
Okay. Red team will stumble forward and set up what appears to be... It's not a heavy stubber, it's what appears to be a long-barreled assault stubber. So it's essentially two fowls bolted together. They sit up on the just on the edge of the forestry with a heavy couple of stumps for cover and begin lighting up the range. At which point, something peculiar happens. As there is an almighty doot that rocks the soil around you. And what you thought was a heavy stubber is in fact a very crude sonic weapon.
Oh shit!
And it begins pulverizing the soil as it drags upwards toward the tree line.
Oh shit! I mean, I am jumping already. Let's see. What are the rules for using the graph pack?
You'd need to roll a easy aeronautica check.
Okay, let's see what benefits I have to Aeronautica.
Just plus 20 to an plus 20 on the check.
Yeah. Say it. As a hit myself for the trombone.
Okay, you're aiming for the trombone.
I'm aiming for the operator of the trombone.
Okay. As you fall through the air, you leave your jetpack to the very last second and activate it backwards, launching yourself into the operation room for the assault trombone, which is actually fairly high up. You find yourself faced with a very peculiar sight. Two regular grots, which are operating the weapon. And... Let me just find the thing. Actually, no, this individual is further afield from where you are. You can see him where you are. He's not in the room with you. As he is moving a team upwards towards your position.
Oh.
Comments are Cuomo.
Cool.
What?
I'm just full of topical humour today. As what can be described as the worst Commissar Yarrick cosplayer in human history, stumbles forward, more being dragged by the claw than he is wielding it. Onward, my brothers!
We managed to disable the fucking the boom sound. The crew of the boom. Boomer.
Roll to slap some Gretchen, my guy. Well, basically, we're
Fucking
getting narrative time
finally.
still.
No, it's the final time to
What weapon would you like to use?
fucking chainsword. Don't forget, this is the eviscerator.
Oh, I know.
Oh
White Judgment.
shit!
It's weapon training. Let me just see.
Okay. You are
It's
surprised, and you're charging. So it's total plus 40. So it does hit. And then you have to roll to dodge. And the white judgment is so physically large that it would hit the entire room. Oh, he ain't dodging that. Oh my. They were on an 86 and a 95. They basically jumped into the blades. Roll. Oh,
Well,
okay. It's pen 9. It's going to just rip these poor bastards to pieces.
is that tearing of us right here?
Yes.
Razor
they're
sharp
carrying
tearing
on. You,
full strikes.
you roll twice and take the better.
Bro,
Hey.
there you go.
Okay. Okay. Well. Yeah, that'll do. The first one just kind of disappears into a fine red paste as the blades just disperse him over the room. And the second, let's go with the second one. The second one follows suit in a very gory manner. You've essentially turned this once fairly pristine room for a Gretchen outpost into something resembling a room where someone has dropped a hand grenade into a vat of gazpacho.
Nice.
The liquids.
You could not have rendered them down more efficiently if you were to be equipped with a fucking blender.
Just try something to see. Does it work better this? Work like this.
The next batch will not be surprised.
And if I roll it like
shit.
this, if I roll it like this, then it's much better.
Okay, I was going to say,
Yeah, I just
That's
clicked the
what
weapon
it is.
skill. I should have pressed
the weapon itself.
it with the. This makes much more sense.
Well, you double your pen with that many degrees of success.
Yeah, but I think
I don't know if it
They
matters.
don't even, they don't even have armor on. One of them has a helmet. That's about it. Doesn't anymore. They disappear into vapor.
Poor lads.
Carry the friends and smash the Gretchen.
You could probably have just taken down this tower with your viscera instead of charging.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you're wielding a weapon designed to kill buildings. You could have just collapsed the whole building on top.
Haha, Eviscerator will go brrr.
Blue team will
we
move
have
up.
control of the tower.
You have control of that tower, however, there is a team moving to relieve it. But you do have an assault trombone.
I will. When it's my turn, I will reroute the assault.
Toot toot.
Toot toot. Oh shit! I have a fucking jump. Fuck! I can be like the fucking dude.
Toot toot of death, nigga.
Okay, let's see.
Who's next?
Just a word of warning. With the assault trombone, there is 2 settings. You don't know which one's which. It just says one and another one.
I see what kind of people made this. Or people is a bit kind, I guess.
I will most unsafely spin it around toward the incoming mass and slap another one.
Okay. Oh dear, oh dear.
What magic should I roll?
Okay, so we'll better be in the next round because you'll remain intact this round.
Yep.
And I've got a civil roll for the boys in the Gretchen Brigade.
Yay.
The green and tans, if you will.
Come on, you green and tans. Come on.
Oh dear!
Bro.
Well, it was going so well, and they rolled nat 100.
Oh. Well, that's how
Oh,
it usually goes. So how many landmines?
All of them.
Okay.
How many landmines we talking?
Here's the thing: all these are equipped with all of these different teams is equipped with weird shit because they are armed by a borderline insane human who thinks he's an orc.
Ah.
At which point, the squig bombs that Blue Team was carrying decide that they would rather be elsewhere and eat their handlers and flee into the river.
Okay. They were feeling really warm, I guess.
So we have a bunch of squeak bombs in here.
Yeah. They're all splashing about and having a nice time.
Aww.
And they will be for the next 12 seconds. As a result, there have been some casualties in Blue Team. Gold Team will move forward. We'll get to there. They will attempt to assist Blue Team. Okay. Meanwhile, Purple Team. Any action?
They're the one carrying the spice, right?
The purple team will decide to move forward and try to avoid the molten ground as much as possible.
Okay.
Don't do like the like on us.
You may move to the basically they have the usual movement of 2, 4, 6. So tactical movement is 2 for a single action. 4 is a full move, is a double move. 6 is like a run. And each square is a meter. For tactical speed.
So
But I will be penalising. Basically, if it's got blackened ground underneath it, count it as double the amount. A moth is trying to fly into my eyeballs. Please, there we go.
Bruh.
God damn.
At least it's not a horse.
Right. So that's 2, 3, and you said that I had 6 tactical movement, right?
Yeah. 6 is a full run.
Yes. Then I think they can get here.
Okay. Any action you wish to take for your position?
They're just carrying the friend zone. Our aim is to get all the way over here, after all.
Okay. The other gun team is going to try and suppress gold and blue team. And rolled another 100.
Bruh.
Bruh.
These dice. My goodness. I'm... Fucking hell. Okay, this is the enemy team this time that's getting it in the neck. As the big shooter goes up like a firework. Tried to kill that moth.
The moth just wants your love.
We got it at speed there.
Bruh. No.
It can join all its friends, smash into the walls.
No.
Okay. Consider the other big shooter out of the game in the state. So the way is clear.
Yeah.
Bar small arms fire. Released another turn. Of more pressing concern.
The commissar.
Yes. Just find his. Quomo is not stupid, so he is going to have all of his buddies fire upon you. And he is going to use Grog Blasters. Sounds like a plan. And yeah. Okay, I was retinue, 1 manages to hit you. Would you like to dodge this?
Who?
This is
Me.
Yep, this is on Doc.
Ah.
See if I can dodge. No success at dodge. How much do I take?
Okay, yes. Okay. As the Grot Blaster pings off your armor harmlessly,
Bruh.
as it does 3 damage.
I
Oh
have
my
the stroke of 7.
No one ever said that they were very good at their job. The commissar himself, however. Okay. Doc,
Yep.
a grenade lands at your feet.
Oh.
Oh, this is why I saved my. I can attempt a parry or dodge attempt.
Oh, do you have step aside?
Yeah, here, step aside.
Or you can try and dodge the grenade then. Your second
Parry the
reaction.
grenade.
Yeah. Parry.
Basically, this is parry to eat it back.
Okay.
We have extra parry with this sword, I think.
I don't think you can actually parry with the
I
Eviscerator.
don't believe
as
you
it's
can
an
parry a
unwieldy weapon.
grenade, but you can't dodge it. I think.
No, I'll allow him to boot it back. It's large enough.
Ah,
This is just parry with no modifiers.
Oof.
This is such a bullshit game.
bruh.
Okay, unfortunately, it lands and it. You do yeet it, but not far enough out. At which point it will cause. A total of. After it will cause 10 points of damage.
So I take 3 points.
Yes.
3 wounds.
Yeah. 3 wounds. And shrapnel just ricochets around the interior of the bunker. And with the remainder of his action, he will use a command and he will shriek something in Orcish.
Ah.
Hmm.
I do not know. I do not speak the foul Sino language. I am a proud Eldar, after all.
Yep.
Blue team will attempt to recover their squigs. This will take them the rest of their turn. Gold team will move forward and attempt to breach the doors. Red team, seeing that their support fire is not needed at this present time, will pack up their assault stubber and move forward. Purple team,
Purple team will continue to move. 1, 2. That's 2. So that's 4 through there.
okay.
And over here, I don't know what's there, but that's where they will move. Like that, I believe.
Okay. You can see these something below. You notice that there are some very bizarre glowing markings on the ground around the building that you're heading towards.
As expected.
Okay, so what?
Oh shit.
What?
What?
There we go. Looks a bit like that.
Oh my god.
I see. I'm starting to understand. What? I wonder what these foul, markings are supposed to be.
What sorcery is
I wonder
this?
as well.
It strikes me as somewhat xenophobic. I do not know what that word means.
Means anti-Eldar, my kid.
Then they shall die for their transgressions.
Dude.
The Gretchen Council stands against the Longhead tribe. Long-ear tribe will not be dealt with in this Gretchen state.
Right.
The mention of the Long-ear tribe has summoned somebody. Who is this?
Oh, it's dumb. That's
Miraculous.
okay.
You hear the sound of mechanical teeth breaking through adhesive.
We are playing Only War, the Iron-Blooded Autists campaign from over a year ago.
I think it's 2 years ago.
You want to play as Dad Spooky again?
Servo Spooky, yeah, sure, why not?
Servo Spooky, you're currently following us as we are sieging Gook, the Gretchen-only orc-free compound.
I'm guessing compound is spelled with K.
Yes.
Good. I believe last time Servo Spooky was a thing, he realized that he saw a Chaos Android.
You were inside of a fridge. It fell in a sharpened fridge that fell from the trees.
Right.
You are now free.
Yeah, I'm just I'll open up roll 20 now.
Hi.
Anyhow, is it my turn now?
It is indeed.
So the heavy stabbers are eliminated. Do we have any mechs moving around that I see?
When he was shrieking in Orcish, you noticed a couple of piles of junk begin to move.
Is the cannon fixed in place or?
The cannon is on a swivel. It can be brought around to face the other way.
I will pull it around and try not to aim at him. Aim at like the first pile of junk that's moving around.
Okay.
It's a bigger target, so I assume I can get to.
Yes, indeed. Okay, let me just bring up the old weapons listings. As what you're wielding is, in essence, well, I'll post the stats in general.
Ah, you gave us that thing.
It's a very crude version, so I'll be factoring in some accuracy things on my end.
Wait, is this just a Rising Storm map?
Yep.
Pretty sure it is. I literally looked up jungle map and
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
no,
is
this is a Rising Storm map.
this is the one that
Well,
always
familiar.
gets played on the like flags one, basically. Yeah.
so I did think it looked familiar.
It's not one of the better maps. It's a nice looking map, but it's not a very good one to play.
It's one of the ones where I usually end up like getting murdered in a fucking river somewhere.
Yes.
Oh, I don't have that. Should I just roll D100 or?
Yeah, roll a ballistic skill test.
Ballistic skill is shit for me, but let's do it.
It's a scatter weapon at this point,
Oh, bro.
bro.
Oh, I know
Okay.
it's so good.
I stand corrected. I actually gave you the wrong listing. I clicked on the wrong thing. That is my bad. Where is it?
You're
Here.
using the battle tuba, aren't you?
Yeah. This is actually meant to be this isn't meant to be a sonic blast. It's meant to be a noise blast master,
Bro.
Oh.
like weapon version. So it's just it's an obscene quantity of damage and a massive blast.
Explosive
So
crescendo.
how much damage should I roll?
3d10 plus 10.
Oof.
Okay, is there a initiative or
No.
working
No,
on
it's,
It's narrative then.
I rolled it in secret.
Right.
So it
No,
basically
five, five,
goes. So the so basically, what you're saying is tuba goes.
555. Now these nibbers aren't alive. Okay, what happens is you drag the fire across the yard. First like round of it just reduces a field of commie-clad Gretchen to paste, and then it strikes one of the metal cans. And
boy.
there's kind of a resonance. And then after at that point the can pitches forward a little bit and liquid grot pours out.
Oh.
Oh. Can I roll intimidate as I look start moving?
You may roll intimidation.
What's intimidate?
It should be on the listings. It's a strength check.
Very good. What did that
Right.
intimidating strength check?
What
Just focusing on paper. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, the commissar's looking a little perturbed. Okay. Dab Spooky. Congratulations, you've been upgraded to Commander of Blue Team.
Wait, are these Our guys.
Yep, they are
Yep.
Gretchens that have been dressed up like Imperial Guardsmen by the large green fellow on the right.
Right. Just not going to question that. Right.
He locked you in a fridge and dropped you on people.
Right. Makes sense. I just want to roll awareness first and just see what the fuck's going on. Because I just popped out of a fridge.
Well,
and-
they are currently chasing a bunch of groots. This is like a bunch of groots.
You popped out of a fridge. You popped out of a fridge a while ago, but you just regained the ability to speak. As
Charge.
previously to judge.
I remember at least one thing that the Inquisitor told me. Use what you got when you got it.
Okay.
Initiating executive.exe.
Fix bayonet. Charge.
Lucky for some. Okay, the difference between you boys and Dab Spooky. Servo Spooky does not have a stat block. Therefore, he runs on what I call portent dice, which are I roll the dice, and if the number combination is weird, different effects kick in. I've just here's what's happened, Servo. As you shout charge, the goblins look confused. The squigs, on the other hand, stand to attention. The squigs
Beep
who are meant
boop
to be
bong,
a
beep
piece of
boop
equipment.
bong, your soul is wrong.
So I need to find a stat block. Oh, perfect. Here are the squigs.
Oh god.
Who are now a separate unit.
This reminds me somehow of a test facility that the Ordo Genos had.
As the squigs hurl themselves up the cliffside in a manner you only ever see in goats.
Right.
Beep boop bong, your religion is wrong.
Alright, after I do that, I want to roll a stout. What the fuck's stout? No, I have 2 blocks.
The
Oh,
stealth
by the
had been
way.
fucked here long ago.
Oh, by the way, none of you are invisible anymore, just so that was clear.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay. They don't seem to have noticed you.
Alright.
Wait, you have a stat block now?
I do.
Yeah, he always had a staff.
I have like blocks in knowledge of like Horus Heresy, Inquisition, Heresy, and Theology.
Oh yeah, it was Pathfinder that you didn't have a stat block in. This is what one that you did end up with
Yeah.
because we forced you to.
He actually had a good stealth block as well.
I think this was the first character sheet I had to roll up.
Yeah, it was, you were a forbidden lore specialist, aka a walking heresy machine.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and you would just fly up to people and whisper heresy in their ear, and then
Yeah.
end up being bland.
Oh,
The
shall
last
I
thing this
continue?
fucking character saw was a Chaos Android.
Boys, shall we continue? I need maybe to not stay too long, if possible.
Yes.
What do the squigs do?
I don't know. Just whatever.
The squigs literally leap the wall. They're so happy to be here. Look at him. Look at his little face. There's a horrible shrieking noise as they find the on-site barracks,
Oh shit.
followed by a dull thud. Blue team are going to finish like picking themselves out of the mud and shuffle forward 1 square. Red team will move on to move in position to breach, and gold will breach, blowing open the doors. Purple team.
Purple team will continue moving forward as they're now out of the area where I believe they will be.
Okay, I'll put
Can I
in
move
position
normally?
at the finish line. Yeah. This is the finish line basically for you. This is the point, the vantage point from which the friend zone can be employed.
Oh nice.
Yes, they will move forward, and he will go.
You will need a round to set up there.
All right.
But that's tactical movement speed, so you can actually start. You can begin setting up now.
Yes. This says. Very good, boys. Now then, begin setting it up. We haven't got all day, you disgusting filth.
Right, boss.
Robots.
Ranger, could you roll for
loyal,
awareness me, please?
Well. With your elf, I see.
Come on, Greglos, you can do it. I believe in you.
Oh my god. I rolled so bad in this game.
I'm going to give you this one for free because it's just a
Okay.
This is like this is so ironic considering it's Gregulus.
Yes.
Itan, you've noticed, is an inch taller than when he started this mission.
My kin, are you alright? You look
I feel just fine. I
Look-
feel just fine,
you
man.
look taller, Warlock.
It must be my position of leadership. Do not worry, it's an optical illusion.
Check your filtration systems, just in case.
Very well.
I'll examine my mask and see if something's leaking in. It's causing this
No.
weird effect.
No, it looks perfectly fine.
Your senses are picking up a mild amount of psychic radiation.
Yeah. I'm gonna do none of them this close to it. Why not? I'm gonna do a Sinitians test.
Could possibly go wrong.
Okay. There is you know that the pit is under the Happy Windmill there.
Mm-hmm.
You can, it's like, okay, having it in contact with your brain psychically is like putting your fist into a bucket full of cockroaches.
Oh,
Because you can tell now what they've done. They have literally poured so many snotlings into one place that they are manifesting psychic powers from the sheer quantity of them.
Fucking Etan just reels back physically.
What you also notice with that amount of successes is there is a minute amount of psychic influence coming from your goblins.
The Gretchlings are psychic?
Yes,
Wait.
as their war boss, you gain a natural strength 1.
oh my
Excuse
god.
me?
He gains what? Say again.
A natural strength 1.
The strongest Eldar on the planet.
Oh, he becomes more buff. Oh yeah.
Purple team are the reason purple you were given purple team is because purple team have unshakable faith.
I see.
They are the most fervent followers of the Emperor/Gork. So when they believe that you're their new boss,
Yeah, they
you are
buff
their new
you with
boss.
their
Etan
presence.
feels-
Yeah.
Etan feels physically ill as he realizes what's going on.
You're getting physically stronger.
Stronger but revolting.
Man with bad case of thrush. I am growing stronger.
Etan looks after a bit of pause. Etan will look to Gregulus as his eyes glow through his mask and say, "My kin, I am growing stronger. Help me."
Keep your stones safe, my kin. We'll just have to endure it.
Well, Etan knowing what's going on it's just gonna go. Fine then. Right then. Have you set up the fence on?
Deploy the spice.
Let's watch these snotlings have a right brawl.
Literally a 55-gallon drum of a substance that a single ounce of it can turn a man into a berserker.
All right. That's the
Disperse
turn.
it into a grotling village.
I think that's my that's my actions anyway.
The word Saint Anger are written across the side of the barrel. Because we need to lower the tone somewhat. Okay. Red team have gone, yellow team have gone, blue team have gone. The doors are wide open. The squigs are eating all the grots. And now I believe it is time for the commissar's turn. He will turn around and he will, wielding what is actually a las pistol, he will cap one of his his grotling servants in the skull, restoring morale to his squad.
Oh my god.
Just
You're
this
not wrong. This
commissar.
You can think of this as simply a unplanned combat exercise. At which point he will pull out a little button and go click.
No.
Your move. And he will ready his claw. Shink.
I'm guessing the Robin this trap.
Well, I assume I'll accept the challenge as the true Imperial officer.
He is challenging you.
Yeah, I am climbing on top. I am firing up the fucking.
Fucking eviscerate.
Just to taunt here, going, "What do you mean I'm a warbot?"
And as I jump with Aeronautica, I'm going to slide down straight onto him.
Oh wow, Power Claw is literally like the exact same stats as an eviscerator.
Oh,
I'm jumping from the top of the dark tower.
Oh my god.
It's not 100.
It's 100, yeah.
And at 100, as you jump, your the drop pack just turns off.
Wait,
Don't worry, he's there to catch you.
Oh.
Oh god, this is horseshit.
You might want to roll the dodge or parry. I will let you parry with your sword because both of your weapons are so obscenely oversized.
Yeah, a little parry. Do I roll any bonuses on the parry?
No, just roll regularly. I'll factor anything up.
Bruh.
Bruh, I can roll one more time. I don't think this is limited by.
Oh.
Oh,
oh hell yeah!
You take. Oh, parry that. Yeah, that'll parry it quite handily.
yeah,
As you
and I have now the skill. After a counterattack, after attack, I can make a success after a parry.
Oh
Go
shit.
for it.
Yep, you make a
So
stand.
this is no aim, I assume.
No aim.
Let me check it.
There's no aim.
Yeah, I didn't think there
aim.
was, but
This is attack type all out or something
Standard.
standard. And no motherfucker. I assume I roll for hit.
Mm-hmm. That'll do.
Sorry, this is hit? No, damage.
roll twice again for your terror.
You roll.
Oh god! Whoa.
Oh,
Righteous fury.
roll another d10. I like how you rolled another 100 during all this as well.
Yep.
Alright.
27.
You're-
Okay.
Critical table for rending weapons.
God damn, I'm going to find that now. Return to combat. Injury?
Yes.
Okay, what's the reverse of the attack roll? Okay, it was a 52, so you roll a 25, which is...
It's one of the arms, I think.
Where's the fucking listing? This is the one downside of this game.
Yes.
I believe 25 is a limb. I believe it's an arm.
It is.
Yep.
I assume we can give him the
Left
same
arm,
fate as
yeah.
Jarek.
Left arm. Okay, critical effect. It is a rending weapon. Okay, and it's a 4.
Yes.
The attack flays the skin from the limb, filling the air with blood and sounds of his screaming. The target falls prone from agony and gains 2 fatigue. The limb is useless for 1d10 rounds. So. Oh god, he's got a bolt gun. I thought it was the last pistol. Well, I mean, I made my bed and I'll sleep in it. For 5 rounds, he cannot shoot.
5 rounds with no morale boosts. Good.
Yeah.
All the grots cheer.
Look at them. Look at me. I'm your commissar now.
Bro.
Kill him.
Roll me an intimidate check.
My ability check is shite.
Do it anyway.
Oh, it's strength based.
Yes.
Bro.
One of them immediately declares himself the new commissar.
Bruh. I am Commissar. No, I am Commissar. I am Commissar.
Aha, 5 rounds of them calling each other commissar.
Hell yeah.
Unironically. Just enough time for him to turn around and shoot with them again. Okay. That was your counter-attack. I believe you've got an attack left, dangerously enough.
I have attack left. I will pull out my gun and coup de grace this poor fuck. Point blank range.
Roll away.
Time to shoot, nigga.
Time to shoot.
Time to shoot.
This is point blank, yeah?
Yeah.
Standard attack.
When he made his
Yeet,
attack
yeet.
with his power claw, he can't physically lift it fast enough to defend
Yeet,
himself.
yeet, toot. Matt, your face, my boot.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Bro. I think that's one of his
forget,
legs.
Is Black Judgment the shotgun?
Yeah, the Black Judgment.
Oh, look, that is. Hang on.
Oh yeah, he needs to roll damage.
Black Judgment.
Roll Black Judgment. Oh yeah, this thing has +5 on the ballistics.
Oh, it's a revolver.
This thing has also +5, so it's actually 6.
Question, are we recording this in any way? or-
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I
Please don't say fuck or bugger. Yep. As you kind of just press it up against his officer's cap and blow his hair off.
grab the hat and say you're a commissar again.
Yeah, I say it again. No, I am
What?
the fucking commissar.
Roll whatever social roll you wish to roll. Wait, what do you mean
Well,
white judgment's poisonous?
No, I roll. Look, I am the medic. I say, look at me. I am the doctor.
Oh,
Doctor.
the ground rumbles.
An anime girl screams from the distance. Doctor.
Oh god.
And as a doctor, I said that the cocksucker in the fortress is bad for her health. Go kill him.
I diagnose you with dead.
Red team moves forward to secure. Yellow team moves forward to deal with the remains of the killer can. Blue team will. Actually, blue team is in the control of Dabspooky, so he shall do whatever he wishes.
Secure the bridge.
Yeah, that's probably what I was going to do. Secure the bridge.
Bridge secured. Purple team.
Right, time for some warp fuckery. Entonces, if I'm going to be your war boss, then you shall do me a favor and close your eyes and think very, very hard about how much you hate your enemies. All right? Right. Bill, what's the bonuses from a psychic collective?
Okay. You get a. Consider this a +10 to your roll.
Nice. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Think of me.
Hey. And with that, Etan will focus on the friendzone in the barrel, wave his hands in the air, as he says, Verga vista angra manu. And just
Sure.
goes, and other esoteric bullshit we say in front of the non-Kai.
This dust flows over the canyon. It's like it must be like what it's like getting bukkake by Silvio Berlusconi. It's like getting a Hoover bag dumped over your head. But on a geographical scale, the dust washes over the ground.
Red
Goblin turns
winds
on-
of a-
Goblin
red
turns on
winds of
goblin.
anger infect these lesser creatures with wrath against themselves and make them eat each other whole.
You see them turn up on each other, bayonet, but everything under the sun, broken bottles, shovels. It's like watching a Deathcore of Krieg family reunion.
Right, boys. Give it about a minute, and then you go clean up the rest. All right.
You see the cult stronghold just literally fall into the soil.
Do you see that? You see that, Grigolas?
The rumbling in the ground gets worse.
Very good, my
As-
kid.
As one figure walks out of the pit,
Oh shit.
Oh, she.
a goblin, eyes ablaze.
Ah,
Roll me a sensing check.
right.
Sunny
Here goes
sense.
Sanishans.
Hang on, I need to find something very quickly. It's prepped, so it's a bit slow. Okay, I've got it prepped. Let me just clear the old bot.
Oh boy.
So you can actually play.
Oh no.
I've got some repeat. Hang on. Yep.
Oh,
A
no.
single Gretchen stands on the precipice of a burning building that is now sunk into the soil. And the rumbling stops. He raises up what appears to be an old Vox unit to his lips. Big Orc! Showtime! At which point, the rumbling in the ground begins anew. And what bursts forth from the stone in the soil as it bears aloft its new pilot,
Oh god.
Oof.
and we'll
It's
leave
like
it there
a
for the evening at 11 p.m. sharp.
Right. See you
We
all
shall
again soon.
reconvene next week. or whenever is appropriate for our people,
Alright.
I have.
where we
Wait in the next year.
in 2.5 years
Delay.
we'll finally get around to completing this.
Yes.
And
During which time,
another fucking side of Junker out of nowhere.
during which time we will all begin to hate each other, then like each other again, then hate each other again. And at
Don't
least one of
worry,
us will
it's
die
a-
of AIDS.
It's the same. It's the same old song and dance. Thank you all for watching. Fuck yourselves.
Bada bing. Bye.
Bada boom.
Like, subscribe, share, kill your family.
Have fun.